Hey everyone, and welcome to Crushing Land. Glad that you're here with us today. And one of the things that I want to do before we even get going here is kind of set some expectations for what is going to be happening here in early 2024. We're seeing market shift, right? We're starting to see that across the board. We've been seeing it for a little while, but we're seeing it more and more. We're having different people reach out to us on different topics and different things that they are seeing, especially since we've already invested through different market cycles, and they want to know, what to expect, what to do moving forward. And so, for the next number of weeks on Crushing Land, we're going to take this opportunity to go over a number of those different things. All right. So we're going to spend some time with you. We're going to kind of break them down and help you so that you can best set yourself up for success in this market. Contrary to popular belief, this market is one that is actually better for investing. If you talk to any real bona fide real estate investor, not speculators, not people that are just flipping, not assigning, not wholesalers, real bona fide real estate investors, if you talk to anybody that's done it for a long period of time, each and every one of them, without fail, is going to tell you that the best market to invest in is a down market. There's reasons for that, and we'll explain that over the next number of weeks in the different Crushing Lands. It's basically taking on a different topic each and every week. So just wanted to kind of set you guys up for that. We look forward to talking to you about those different things. So if you're not already following this, if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. That way you'll be notified when those go live, and you'll be able to get that information as well and help yourself to really set yourself apart and really do well with your land investing business. And a lot of what we're going to talk about, well, we talk about it for land because that's what we do. We are and have been involved in many different areas of real estate over the years. I personally have been doing real estate for about 20 years. My business partner, close to that as well. And we've done a lot of different aspects of real estate investing. And so these principles, these ideas translate into more than just land, even though we're talking specifically about land. And the reason that we talk about land more is because that's what we do, because we find it to be simpler. We have great returns. There's a lot of positives to that we've talked about in other videos that you can go watch. But the principles, the ideas, the methods here really do translate into all areas of real estate because they're investment-minded ideas, not land-specific. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about something called the laundry methodology. The laundry methodology, because one thing that we constantly hear from particularly new people, but also some that have been doing it a long time and just kind of get overwhelmed as they're taking more things into under wraps and taking more things on, is that they feel overwhelmed. They've got this constant laundry list of tasks to do in their business, right? How do I do this? How do I handle them? And so, just like you would tackle your actual laundry in a certain way, you do the same thing in your business. And doing so, that approach will save you time, it'll save you energy, it'll save you money, and will actually bring up your productivity. So let's think about this for a minute. Think about the actual laundry in your house. How do you do laundry? I'm wearing a shirt right now, right? I got another shirt underneath this. I got pants on. When the day is over, do I run into my laundry room? Do I throw them in my washing machine and wash these few things and then put them in the dryer an hour later when they're done? No, right? You let your laundry pile up. That's the way everybody does it, right? You let it pile up until you have a basket full or a bin full or a hamper full, or however you keep it, but until it's full, and then you do a bunch at once, right? You handle it all at once. What does that allow you to do? Well, it allows you to save a bunch of time, because whether you're washing one garment or two or three, or you're washing 40 in the washing machine, right? It takes the same amount of time. It takes the same amount of energy. It takes the same amount of effort, because the machine's doing the work, but you putting in it, you're only talking about a couple extra, maybe minutes, right? To actually put it in all at once, or maybe an extra minute really of time to put them all in or dump them all in, as opposed to just one or two. And then obviously you're only doing that once instead of doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Same is true in business, right? You need to let things pile up. And one of the problems is that people want to tackle things all at once. You get somebody that's interested in the deal and you want to address it right then and there, and you want to comp it, and you want to get the offer out, and you want to get, you want to get in touch with them, you want to have the communication, all that. And then somebody else calls you 10 minutes later and you want to do it again, and then something else happens. You want to do that because you want to get the deals done. That's why it's particularly difficult for new people, because they get a call and they just want to be all over it. And they get another one, they want to be all over it. And they get another one, they want to be all over it. And people that haven't been doing this for a long time actually talk about how necessary it is to like be right on them and have those conversations. And that's what sets you apart. And that is not true. Simply isn't true. We haven't done that since day one, and we still don't do it. And we haven't seen any difference in our results. We follow up with people. Don't get me wrong there. We stay in touch with them. We let them know what's going to happen. But it doesn't mean that you need to jump immediately, especially in land. Housing is a different world, but in land, you do not need to jump just because you're getting a call. People call us and say that they want to sell a property. Okay, thank you. We get their information. We'll be in touch soon. One day a week, we comp those properties and mail out all of our contracts for that specific week. We don't do every day. We don't do them as they come in. We have one specific day set that we comp everything, go through them, get them in there, get them set up, and then one day a week, we move them over and we actually send out our contracts. It's just like doing laundry, right? You're being more efficient that way because now the rest of the week, we're not working on those specific things. Now, there are exceptions to this, okay? So again, if you go back to the laundry analogy, right? Normally you wash your laundry in batches, right? And things like that. But there's certain cases where you don't. Maybe you get something new that you want to wear. You want to clean it for the first time, or maybe you have something that's dirty that you want to wear later that day, so you want to go get it washed. Maybe you got dirty doing something specific, so you want to get that cleaned immediately, whatever it may be. There's certain things that you may make an exception to. And the same is true in business. We make exceptions. I just had an example of this yesterday where we were going back and forth by text message, and he gave me a number. Now, I just said we do all of our comping at one day, and then we send all of our contracts out a specific day. But in this case, he gave me a number, and I looked at the number, and just in my head, when he gave me the number, I'm like, that sounds like a good number. So I ran some comps really quick because of that. Well, I had him right there. I had the comps. I saw that he was correct, that the number was good. I was like, okay, based on that, I can reach right back out. I like your number. Are you willing to move forward? He says yes. And I said, what's your email address? I can get you over a contract right then and there. Why did I do that? Because I already had that number. I had a bird in the hand. I didn't want to take a little extra time. But most people aren't going to be like that. Most people aren't going to give you a number. They may not even have anything in mind. There's all these different things. So there's no reason to rush to get them a number when they don't even have something already thought of. But in the case where somebody's reaching out and saying, this is the number, I'll do it for this, I'm looking at it saying, oh, that number makes sense to us, then yes, we can jump on those. But those are the exception, not the rule. So again, we each and every one of us, when you're running a business, even if you're outsourcing certain things, you have this laundry list, right? This laundry list of items that you need to do. The problem is people don't treat it like they do laundry. And that's why, hence the name of this one, right? Using laundry methodology in your business. Treat it like you do laundry, do it bunch all at once, and then have exceptions to when you do a certain offset or a certain one-off or whatever it may be. And you may at first do more of those. At the beginning, you may sit there and think you need to, and then you'll realize I didn't need to do that, I didn't do that. And then you start getting it lower and lower and lower. And then eventually we get down to a point where there's very few situations like that we're actually doing regularly. Most of them are fitting into our normal standard batch methodology where it's going out and getting done at once. And then, yes, there are certain spots where we do other things, such as when they give us a number, or maybe it's something where it's something that we look at and we realize maybe we could take this a little further. So we're having conversations with them, maybe something that could be subdivided or entitled or something like that. depending on what the situation is. But again, those are the exception, not the rule. And I'm only giving you one example of how this takes place, right? The whole thing is, if you batch things in your business, if you treat it with that laundered methodology, what you're going to find is that you're saving a ton of time, because instead of chasing it across the line, deal to deal to deal, doing all these steps, and deal to deal to deal, doing all these steps, you're working this way instead. So I'm doing all of this at once, which allows me to do all of this at once, which allows me to do all of this at once, which allows me to do all of this. So instead of like this, and it's taking you a long time, you're able to accomplish so much more batching things together. If you treat your business like that, even if you don't outsource a lot to begin with, even if you're doing a lot yourself, what you will find is that your time, your energy, your overall performance, are all your time and energy are going to be used better. Your money is going to go farther because of it, and your overall productivity is going to go up. So again, try to use the launcher methodology in your business. Reach out to us for more ways that you can do this. We're helping people left and right with this. We have a special training that we're going to be doing next week. The link is in the comments, the description below. So feel free to click that link as well to register for our free training. We're doing something that we've never done before. It's free. So come check this out. This is all non-selling, non-pitching training. This is going to be something, like I said, that we've never done before. So come and take advantage of that with us. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video so that you get notified of others as we tackle a bunch of different things that you can do right now in 2024 as the market's shifting to really boost your investment game. So everybody, thanks for joining us on this episode of Crushing Land. We'll see you next week for our free training, and we'll see you next week for our next episode. Have a great day.